Okay, I thought I'd switch up on you a little bit today. I'm going to do an electronics repair. I've got a Panasonic surround sound system here, and the receiver has quit working. No power. And it's been giving me trouble here for the last several months, and now it's quit altogether, so I thought I'd do a little video on how to repair this thing. Okay, let's get her put on the bench here. Yeah, here's a look at the back panel. I have to take these screws out here. Oops, there's one missing there. Take these screws out. I got some tools laid out here to work on this with. It takes pretty delicate stuff. Small wrench and a small socket here, and of course you never know when you might need a torch to do real delicate soldering inside. So I'm getting my tools out, getting prepared here. A word about soldering on these delicate items: it takes a very small flame. It doesn't take much at all to solder on these things, so you have to be very careful. Sometimes these screws in the side of the case give you some trouble, so a couple of gentle taps sometimes with a small hammer will help to loosen them up. Having a little trouble getting the CD door open for the where you put the CDs in at. It seems to be stuck, but I think I can gently loosen it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, got it. Sometimes after you get the screws out, you gotta give it a little pry sometimes, get the lid off, and maybe just use your screwdriver. Try to pop it loose, you know. Now Craftsman does frown on you using your screwdrivers for a chisel, I will say. But after some gentle persuasion, it'll come off. Now you gotta be careful. These tops bend kind of easy, so you don't want to kink them, or they need to be in good enough shape to put back on. You know what I'm saying? So be careful with that. Hey, we got it, no problem. Once inside, here's a carousel wheel. Kind of scoot it out of your way. It comes out the front, and that reveals the components. I'll have to work on this thing, get it out of the way. Just have to be careful with it. But anyway, there's some components in here that we have to go through and search and see which ones of them are bad, and take our torch and gently remove them. This carousel is giving me a little trouble, but I think I can get it. There's some tabs under here you got to release with a screwdriver, so be careful when you do that. And once you get the tabs taken off, released, and you got to be careful not to mess it up. Then that front panel will come off. I've got a little bundle of wires here. It's a cable. It's got several wires in it that's keeping this front end from coming loose. Easy way to do this: just take your cutters, snip it, and then you can. It only takes about an hour and a half to solder those wires all back together. Now these ribbon cables, there's something else too. They unplug, but it's much easier just to cut them with scissors. There we go. And that should allow the cassette, or the turntable for all the CDs, yeah, to come out. There we go. Alright, now we're down to it. I can see there's some, you want to tap test these things too, and sometimes with power on them, and you get around tap testing things, it'll come back working again. Sometimes it don't. You know, when you're working on things, just remember, kids, don't try this at work. Okay, I've been doing some measuring in here with my meter, and it looks like this little vertical resistor here, or is that a horizontal? no, it's vertical, is bad. So I'm going to take my torch and get that out of there. And I think they know you're going to be soldering in here because they already put a little warning in here. Sometimes preheating your new resistors will help them work better. That ought to do it. Now here's the ribbon cable that I cut before. And I didn't realize you could just yank it out of there gently. And I'll have to do a little splicing on that. Here's another one here. Just gently pull them out. There we go. This thing's loaded with ribbon cables. There we go. There's another one. Here's a little bit bigger one here. There it is. They come out relatively easily. Well, I got that back together, and it seems that the little resistor doesn't work very well anymore. But I don't think that was a problem. I got to looking on the board. I guess I should have looked here first, but there's a little glass fuse here that's blown. So I wish I had looked at the fuses first. So I'm going to put it back together and get her all put back and get her working again, and we'll put it back into service. Thanks for watching. Okay, we got her off the bench, got it all back together. It looks pretty decent. And got her plugged in here. Let's see if it comes on. Push the button. Yes, hello. Goes through its checks. Initialization. So yeah, we got her working again. So hey, thanks for watching.